Sunday's action. And to call the action.
The city of Seattle, known for heavy dose of the last of those. CenturyLink Field. The seed sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks. Gordon, Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last.
With a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they're halfway home, looking good.
I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And with this offense, what about DJ Fluker?
Came out of Alabama, could play tackle, could play guard. He's so big, Brandon, I think he plays both at the same time.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now it's Rodgers. He completes it to Jones. Now he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And that's complete to Adams. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I got you. I got you.
They run the counter. Carson, and he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw on 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. No gain on the dump off. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now it's Carson, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. The kick by Sanders is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a draw play. This is Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'll guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up with a very good clip.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. He's going to let it go. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams. As the first half is winding down, and the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Touchdown, Green Bay.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. 28-13, the final score. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. 28-14 was your final score. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, strong in the win, as his guys start the second half with a victory that moves them to 6-3 on the year. In our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. And we see his collection of highlights. He's always so tough to cover. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On first down, Rodgers got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Call that a very strong gain of 24. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. To throw, it's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Touchdown, Packers. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Well, it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On second down, it's Carson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a...
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Preston Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. From midfield now, here's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. Try and pick it up.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that's...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. The 40. Past the 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. Throwing was Wilson. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Wilson to lock it there for the Seahawk first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
On 3rd and 2, Wilson will find Metcalf. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing again on second down. Wilson to the right side and complete to Metcalf. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, Wilson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Throwing right, and that's complete. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. One last shot for Wilson, and a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still